internet is a crazy, dangerous place. And there's a lot of really creepy people that use it. Okay? And on top of that, there are also a lot of children that use it. And when you get creepy people and children in the same spot, you get a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things happen. TikTok is a really good example of a place where creepy people and children often associate with one another. And that's one of the reasons why I like it, okay? That sounds wrong, but if you look at it through the eyes of an internet explorer, someone like me who's part of the intellectual dark web, I'm just kidding. It's fun to talk about fucking creeps and weirdos and teach, you know, some young people the dangers of freaks that have influence on the internet. That's what I want to do. Today we're talking about some creeps and some weirdos. Some you've heard of before and some you haven't. I promise. One of these guys is so strange that you might bust. And I don't mean like in a good way. I mean like in a bad way. Like that underwater capsule thing that happened recently. That type of busting. We made a video on this dork already once before, and so many people have covered him. He's a creepy, weird ginger man on TikTok who's been kind of batting 1,000 when it comes to being a fucking freak.
Green grass, blue sky. Better throw it on the day that I...
So Paul is basically a moody teen that's actually 50 years old that dances in his father's bathroom, and he disappeared for a little while. He keeps getting banned, but he's back and he's still being a moody teen, still dancing. Check this out. He looks different now though. He looks a bit more puffy. What is this, man? That's a cuteness overload moment, as the small infants on TikTok would say in the comment section of every single TikTok ever. And if you don't know who this guy is, if you've never really seen him before, for one, God bless you. For two, he's kind of known for talking to underage fans consistently and like meeting up with people and showing his underwear. Like he does this thing where he tries to be sexy and he like lifts his skin up. Like, okay, so I'll do it. All right, I'll do it right now. So this is kind of what he does. He thinks that's sexy when he does that. Like he'll be dancing. He'll be like doing some kind of dance or something like this on TikTok or something, and then he'll like lift his shirt up, and then everyone's like, "Whoa, that's creepy, Paul." And then he's like, "Ooh, a plane crash in Tanzania."
Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. Cool, flying into the lake.
Yeah, basically 40-year-old man that loves talking to 18-year-olds. Pretty awesome. Legal for sure. But still weird.
Do you know how nice this wall is? This wall is going to be amazing for photos later. Once you start getting ready, you got to go get all your stuff.
Yeah.
Your outfit changes. You need to get all your outfit changes. And you need to go and sort all that malarkey out.
Yeah.
And then we can take photos and it'll be majestic.
He loves taking photos. And actually, one of the very rare funny Joe Rogan bits.
Security guard. But it wasn't until I became a fashion photographer that I really started getting laid. A lot. I mean, all the time.
See, that's basically Paul Breach. And instead of being like models, it's like 18-year-old girls. Paul also says a bunch of really weird shit on his lives, like keep it in the family.
Yeah. Oh. Did your dad just walk in? This time in the morning. Oh, saucy time. Keep it in the family, Maya. Keep it in the family. You're doing well. Another
reason people really hate this goober is because he worked with the elderly people. You know, some of the elderly folk in the elderly community. You guys know? You familiar with the elderly community? They're like furries, but old. They're just old people. I don't know. It's just a bit. I'm not sure where it was going, or where it was headed, or what if it even had a start or a beginning or an end. But he used to love to cuddle and kiss the elders, which is weird.
Care is my absolute passion. Do a side cheek kiss on the forehead. Again, acceptable.
And that's against CQC guidelines and policies, which is the rules you're supposed to follow in working with the elderly.
You can go into one facility where they say that's not acceptable to show any affection to a resident.
I cannot imagine Paul Breach making out with me. That's weird, especially if I'm old.
You can go to another one where they want you to hold hands, dance, skip, muck about with the resident. Swirl around, not completely swirl them around, only 180.
This guy gets so much hate, and is it deserved? A lot of it is probably deserved. He's a really weird, creepy dude, you know, in all honesty, and nothing's changed either, so he hasn't like really sort of addressed anything. He just keeps on dancing, keeps on acting like a kid, and he's still 50. And he even makes alts saying he's a nice guy.
Paul is a nice guy.
I might be very wrong, but they're the same trousers and the same shoes as in that video, which means Paul is making accounts to kind of like big himself up. I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah, so that's pretty sad as well. There's also even a live Paul Breach location map to see places that he's visited because he's a legend apparently in the United Kingdom. One of another reasons why I don't like the United Kingdoms. I'm glad we seceded in 1776. So another person, Nova Online. Now, I'm going to be frank. Nova is a person that I've seen a lot on cringe pages on Instagram. And normally with cringe pages, I love consuming them, and I try to pull back whenever the cringe, the obvious, delicious, sweet, succulent, tasty cringe turns into just pure bullying. And a lot of what they post of Nova is just pure bullying. It seems, at least. And while there's no genuine horrible instances of things happening in regard to this person, there's a lot of really creepy stuff. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today because I really enjoy creepy stuff. By the way, don't go bully or hate anyone. Maybe Paul a little bit because he's an old man. He deserves it. But a lot of these people are going to learn, I assume, how to act and treat people online and eventually be accepted members of a society. I assume. So Nova's name is Gabe. Seems like a nice young guy. Very Discord moderator-esque. Not a bully. That's just true. I mean, I have mods on my Discord that look exactly like Nova. Pretty standard vibes going on here. Pretty standard aesthetic. Nova has 365,000 followers on TikTok and is a 19-year-old man. He calls his fans Nova stars, and he had a Wingstop review that went viral, which I saw it. I thought it was really cute. I liked it a lot. I wanted to support.
Trying Wingstop for the first time. Mango habanero wings. Okay, these are very, very spicy. Oh, wow.
Since the person known as Nova has sort of degenerated into a Discord admin type meme, like literally the meme, the stereotype is in real life. And we're going to get into that. It's kind of creepy. Before all of this, though, the TikTok review food thing, like report of the week, went viral and became his thing for a while. It's sad to say, but you can probably imagine that the way that this person looks and talks and acts, there's going to be a lot of people trying to mess with him because that's just how the internet is. And Nova is always battling trolls. Literally always battling trolls. Nova beats the snot out of him in videos. We've seen this before. We've seen this clip before. This goes hard. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true. That's the way to handle the trolls, though. You just got to give them a what for. The old 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 5, the 1, the 4, the 5, the 2, the 3, the 2 over the 3 to the 1. It's really interesting. Nova being the loose lip creature he is, it's very easy for trolls to get a hold of him. In a Monster Energy review, he once said that his church was for Babel Camp, whatever that is. But I think he meant Bible. I think that was a mention of Bible Camp.
And if you're wondering why I'm not at home, I'm at my church for Bible Camp.
Bible Camp. And people really bullied the shit out of him there. Simple misspeak. That's fine. That's fine. One sort of sad thing involving church for Nova is his trolls got him banned from his own church, which is, I want to say really funny, but at the same time, it's sad because it's like religion is a big part of some people's lives. I don't really know. It's not good. Don't be that. Don't be a Nova hater, all right? And also probably don't be a Nova star either. Just watch from a distance, like what I do. Hello. Interesting. Nova even had to one time purge his Discord because of all the trolls, and he wasn't able to determine who were trolling him, who were the alts of the trolls. He just deleted everything and started over.
Hey all, it's Nova Kadri. I just wanted to let you know that our Discord is back open after we purged every single account because we had to get rid of all the trolls. Which
is also kind of crazy, but up until this point, I haven't really given you guys a good reason as to why Nova's been bullied or been called out for being weird and creepy, why he's on this list, why he's in this video. It's not because of the way that Nova dresses, his appearance, the way he talks, what he does online. It is because Nova is a bit of an alleged predator. Not good, man. I read a very bad, I'd say, actually. Very, very bad. It's not that difficult to just not be a fucking predator. Through all the grime and dirt that has accumulated due to weeks and weeks without washing, we found some bad stuff that's happened between Nova and his trolls. His trolls posed as his friend, and they baited Nova into telling them stuff. And just as if they were normal users. Nova stars, all right? The Nova haters baited Nova into thinking they were Nova stars and then covered some very horrendous things. Nova is apparently someone who suffers from a thing called age regression, which is when someone reverts to a younger state of mind. So basically, it's like me, a 26-year-old man, having the personality of a 12-year-old boy, which is, I feel like, pretty accurate. But I don't think I'm 12. I think I feel older than I actually seem. I just think poop is funny still. And farts and you know, queefing. I love... I'm just thinking about a recent queef I encountered. Not really, that's a joke. So anyways, Nova exhibits some childlike behavior due to his age regression. Ooh, wow.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
So this is like a 19-year-old dude, by the way, a full-grown man. I had a beard when I was 19 and a big swinging, you know, I was a man. I was a man when I was 15 years old. I mean, look at me. Jesus Christ. I just turned 15. So basically, no excuses, though. That's the point. No excuses. I don't really care if you have age regression or something. Get a diagnosis, go see a therapist, and then log the fuck off. But here's more. The user that Nova was singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, very out of key, horrible timing, just made me sick to my stomach listening to it. It was a 14, 15-year-old person they were flirting with. And this isn't the only time that Nova's done this with underage people on Discord and stuff. It's fucking weird. He got into a group call in Discord and once asked a group of 14-year-old boys how often they masturbate, which is super strange.
Question, but how often do you masturbate?
Whoa! Question, how often do you masturbate? I'm thinking about getting my numbers up. That was my impression of Nova. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have said that. That was rude. It doesn't really seem like there's any level of rationalization from Nova as to why these are bad things you shouldn't do. This is not a way that you should interact with people that you have influence over because you are a public person, whatever. It seems strange. I would assume that it has something to do with Nova's proclaimed mental age being regressed. I mean, here's him with a pacifier. This can't be good. Just like an angel. What a good song. Also, here's some messages from when Nova was 18 years old. I really want a messy diaper today. Does anyone know dating sites for able littles? I wear diapers in a non-kink style. I was showing my diapers to a friend and they think I'm a fucking pedo. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I wouldn't do that. Just in general, I think that's very strange, maladaptive behavior that will have no positive influence in your life whatsoever. And I feel like you should probably seek professional help for that. I mean, I don't know what else to say. People said that Nova was also allegedly following a bunch of underage people on his TikTok account, which that's not really like a huge deal. There's a lot of underage people on TikTok that post and you can't necessarily just tell their age. So that's kind of weird. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Nova does enjoy content made by children because he is a 19-year-old baby, which, you know, kind of what he's into. And finally, guys, what has he said about this? Has Nova ever made any sort of statement on these accusations and the weird shit that's been going on? Well, yes, but not in the way you'd think. No accountability was taken, no attempt to set the record straight, no apology, no attempt to defend himself, just attacking people that were calling him out, attacking the haters.
Hitting on small TikTokers just trying to be fun, but all you want to do is falsely accuse them of crap they never did. Y'all are being legitimate assholes. Have you ever seen an episode of Darman? You would know to not be an asshole to people you don't know nothing about.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that Darman was making videos that were meant to be taken as actual moral guidance. Darman is not an arbiter of what is right or in an ethical, North Star. Wow. We just found out Darman's audience, though. Holy shit, I love that. What happens in the dark always comes to light. By the way, Nova. And falling asleep, Discord calling a 14-year-old person in the dark is very strange, Mr. Discord moderator, sir. Nova does say in that response, whatever the f is, that the pictures are Photoshopped, There's videos though too. In fact, we've only shown a couple pictures and more videos. So what does an anime protagonist do after something like this comes to light? Well, the training arc begins. Makes sense. More training. Let's get ready. Fight the haters, Nova. You've done nothing wrong. You're just an adult man with a baby's head inside you, and you like wearing shit and stuff. You're not a predator. You're just a weird person who needs help. Probably both, honestly. A predator and a weird person that needs help. Nova still posts on TikTok all the time. Nova, if you watch this, I would recommend taking a break, doing some reading. Read about philosophy. Find a therapist. Find some kind of a way to better yourself and to not continuously fall in the same traps, because the internet is going to be the undoing of you, I promise. That's not a threat. That's a prophecy. And my prophecies often come true. Or as I like to call them, fruits. Johnny Elbows! Hey! My arch nemesis.
You gotta be quicker than that, buddy.
So this is a person who is clearly a disabled person, who clearly is a victim of a lot of bullying online, and is also a living meme. Living, breathing, corn nut stealing meme.
They want to know if you had a poopy accident.
No, it's just, I was sitting on a wet paint.
The dude was just filmed all the time for months, basically, and a lot of interest built on TikTok, and it was a guarantee that something interesting would happen every single time the camera was pointed at Widow Johnny. For example, things like this.
Johnny wants girls on his lap at the park.
What a strange video.
And if a girl really wants to sit on my lap and swing with me, she can really do that too, and you can really give me a hug when you're swinging.
That's weird. That's really weird. I like the phone vibrating. Sounds like little farts, little IBS farts. If a girl really wants to sit on my lap while I'm swinging, well, you can give me a hug too. Shortly after this, Johnny made a similarly hornily charged remark to a much younger girl. Said, "You got a cute butt."
Especially that girl in the shorts keeps looking at me.
Leave him alone, John. Don't pay them no attention, man. If you don't give them any attention, they won't bother you. You know what I mean?
Have a cute butt, though.
No, John. What? No, dude. No, dude.
And you can tell that Johnny realizes he just fucked up the entire thing.
No, not her butt, her shorts.
No, dude. No,
I like
man.
the shorts of hers.
He tried to save face. It was really awkward, and that was his downfall. And his buddy, the guy filming, his buddy Mario, recorded it all. Yeah, it's wild. Mario, his friend, was the same guy who zoomed in on Johnny's brown streak on his pants. Not really something a friend would do, in my opinion.
Johnny drops it low.
Yeah, Mario tried to wash his hands of all this as well right after the situation went down. And clearly, Mario was just using Johnny Elbows for fame. I mean, listen to these fucking people's names. This is crazy. This is real life. You believe that? We're in real life right now. The rise and fall of Johnny Elbows came quickly. It was a flash in the pan. And, you know, Johnny unfortunately surrounded himself with friends that weren't actually his friends and said some really creepy, weird shit, which, in my opinion, is understandable because Johnny is very clearly a disabled person, and that, you know, a lot of these people are, except for Paul Breach, which is why it makes it a lot weirder. Just a really sad case of someone being taken advantage of, and then they do something weird, as expected, and then shit just blows up, and it ends horribly. How's Johnny lately? Well, he looks kind of sad. This is the last video we have of Johnny.
Hey Mario, I'm sorry I did this to you. It won't happen again. Just stay away from me, and I'll stay away from you. I'm sorry, Mario. And everybody else out there, just leave Mario alone. Just leave him alone for now, okay, guys?
It's so stupid. Who convinced Johnny to apologize to Mario? Regardless, it's the end of an era. And it is an era that definitely needed to end. Like this era. Jupiter.
Your name is Sophia, right? Well, this little devil wants you to know the reason why he wants you to date him is because if you like what you see, you take it.
This character on TikTok is one that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I was a little bit kind of scared. I don't really like talking about these people because they infect my mind and I start to relate shit in my real life to these freaks on the internet. I try to just save it all for one day and then I just blow it all out. You know what I mean? I don't like to deal with this for too long, so we're doing it all at once. Corbin Panel, interesting name. Also known as Jupiter, Also known for being a little bit of a devil. And by a little bit of a devil, I mean a creepy, strange, weird devil that sends Snapchats to girls trying to riz them up. I feel guilty looking at this. All right, I've seen this person on cringe pages a lot, and it just seems like something that shouldn't be talked about. But as soon as the real true stuff the real true information starts to come out, it's like, all right, now we can talk about it because it's clear as to what's going on. It's a weird, creepy, weird devil. The dude is not a human like the rest of us. The dude is a hybrid. He's like Lucifer from the show Lucifer. He's a creep. He's a weirdo. And there's just a whole life that Jupiter lives that we'll never understand.
My dad's a vampire. My blood dad's a vampire. My blood mom's a werewolf. Meaning I wound up with both their powers. So when I first got on with you, my skin started to itch.
So, as you can tell, another person potentially with a disability that has just garnered power and fame and then used it to be very fucking weird and creepy and predatory. Why does this keep happening? What is in the fucking water? What is in the water, dude? What do they drink? What's in the Mountain Dew? All right, what the fuck?
Tell me about your ideal date. If you had to take me on a date, what would you do to me? I mean, with me.
You're funny. You're funny. Thanks. And cute. So, I'd probably take you somewhere nice. Probably take you up to Golden Corral from my place. And if you've noticed how when I'm literally turned on, you can tell just by my eyes, because my eyes start glowing a little.
That's weird. That's weird. Golden Corral, your eyes glow when you're turned on. This person also has claimed before that they need to suck blood to survive, and not even human blood, but inanimate object blood, which I don't know what the f that means, dude. Inanimate objects don't have blood.
So what blood do you drink?
Usually animal blood. Bring inanimate objects to life and use them as a blood source. They're known as homunculi.
He calls them homunculi, and he even gives them names, bro. Like an alchemist from the medieval times.
What was the last animal you ate?
It was an inanimate object that I drank blood from, and I'd rather not get her now because she doesn't like being on camera. She's shy, so I can't really.
Well, can you bring another inanimate object on? They want to meet. They want to meet some of your friends.
This was one of the inanimate objects I brought to life. Her name's Shiratora. So she's one of the many homunculi I brought to life.
They're My Little Ponies! This is like stuff that I would do when I was 3 or 4 years old, playing pretend. I probably wasn't even that creepy. To be honest, when I was 3 or 4 years old, I used to just have machine guns. I'd go... Jupiter also loves to howl and has a lot of Snapchat riz.
Check this out.
Just get off the app, man. Just don't get off the app. You know, just get off the app. I don't know what I'm saying. Apparently, this person also has children. He had triplets with a woman where he injected his seed into her. I don't know if that's true. He used his mana to develop the babies.
So, like, you've had children with her?
Yeah, but I made her promise no more after, like, our last set of triplets. I told her no more. I was done.
This guy's creating homunculi. I mean, this is straight up. Someone called the fucking FBI. This guy's using alchemy to create homunculi. I don't know if this is a joke anymore. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this guy's mentally ill. Well, I don't know what's going on. We're creating homunculi. So strange. So strange. So strange.
Do you have any more kids with any other inanimate objects?
I'm gonna say this isn't a bit.
She's the only one. I don't do multiple inanimate objects to bring to life because I know one of them eventually will turn on its master, and it's happened more than once to me when I was young. I used to be able to bring inanimate objects to life, but once I did so, they turned on me. Once they found out that they weren't the only one, they turned on me.
You're like their master, right?
Yep.
You know what would be really funny is if that was true. That wasn't a bit at all. And it also wasn't even just like a weird psychopathic lie. It was just true. And he had like a little triplet homunculi. He's the only guy in the world who just has hacked into this ethereal realm and this alchemical ability. Like he waltzes to the apothecary, brings back an elixir of wakefulness, blows some seed out into an inanimate object, and then just has triplets running around. What the fuck? So what kind of character is Jupiter? Well, you can tell based on what we have talked about so far, but he also is a tit man.
I like sucking on tits mostly.
Plus, a idol.
It is with a humble heart that I, Jupiter, was a pedophile.
Dude is either the main character of some kind of show or anime or something.
I ask the world's forgiveness, as well as those who I've wronged. Bree, and all those other named souls that I have wronged. Ophelia was never really what was supposed to be.
I don't really know what is this. This is a very strange apology. Very weird. It's like the cameras are pointing at him.
I swear on the name of Jupiter and Corbin Pennell. I swear upon that name that I will make this right. I am unworthy of calling myself Jupiter.
Something's in the water, I think. I think it's in the water, and it might be the same shit that's turning the frickin' frogs gray. You know what I mean? You know, Alex Jones reference? Jupiter's probably the worst person on this entire list, by the way. Here is him thinking someone who is 13 is willing to send him...
Can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to.
So there you go, guys. Also, Jupiter's 25 years old. What? I'm 26, though. How do you backpedal out of this? How do you not just go to jail for the obvious shit here? How do you not just go to fucking jail? Because if you're a genius like Jupiter, a genius alchemical human being, if you're a genius hybrid human being, half vampire, half werewolf.
Someone said that you were dating minors for show.
Yeah, it was just for show. It was just a show.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's not real. It's just a show.
You're fucking with a 12-year-old minded man. You're dealing with a disabled adult.
You're making fun of a disabled adult. All right. The cops aren't going to care about me because I'm a disabled adult.
Thinks the cops are going to give a shit.
That doesn't work very well. In reality, because if you're aware, that's like kind of the thing is like you're aware of it though. You're like aware, you're self-aware, which is even makes it so much worse that you're able to rationalize that you are in fact a disabled adult, and that creates a sense of entitlement, preventing you from facing any sort of repercussions for your actions that are illegal and criminal, disgusting, and irreprehensible.
You come out a disabled adult, and you learn the hard way of what happens to people who do that.
Somehow, Jupiter's still posting, hasn't gone to jail for actually admitting to being a pedophile. Very, very, very horrible, disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. My stomach hurts. But that was before, though, the whole awareness of having a disability. I'm a 12-year-old, 25-year-old. All right, that was before. He's apologized multiple times for being a so I think now the cops probably won't care. Oh wait, no, this just in. Here's a message to his haters, me included. I don't freaking care, you're my hater. No, you're just a creep, weirdo. Taking advantage of people, you know. Children, mainly. Dylan Zippy.
You can have me?
I mean, couldn't I?
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Or no.
Yes.
Dylan Zippy is someone you've probably heard of online. He's known for his classic, hopefully it could fit in Snapchat he sent to a minor. We made a video on this guy as well. Why does this shit keep happening? I don't know why it keeps happening. In 2021, messages were exchanged between Dylan and a girl. And these messages were not between two consenting adults. They were between Dylan, Zippy, and a 14-year-old girl, to which he never bothered asking her age. Things escalated. Obviously, he sent his mushroom tip. Not good. Should have just stuck to the thirst traps and cringe dances, man. But by God, Dylan was trying to get lucky. And like many of the people in this fucking video, apparently just children are the only people that they can influence into getting lucky. That is illegal. You can't do that. You shouldn't do, even if it wasn't illegal, you still shouldn't do it. It's fucking weird. It's so fucking weird and evil. Dylan is another classic case of someone who just shouldn't have access to the internet, and someone who uses their influence, what little modicum of influence they get, to take advantage of young people and, you know, give in to their perverse, strange desires. It's really weird. Unlike the other people on this list, though, Dylan still posts a lot. Dylan still posts, and it's weird.
You have to change your mindset. You have to change your routine. You have to cut people.
Strange video. The comments are horrible. She said she was 12. Dylan is known as the creep who just got away with it because there were really no consequences to his actions aside from comments on YouTube. And by God, there are a lot of horrible comments on his YouTube. It's bad. I'm just glad the thirst trap era is over. And now we have this weird era. The airplane era. Okay, Dylan, that's pretty cool. Last character on the list, Donovan Mayo.
Miss Phoenix Train, please have a seat.
You've probably seen this guy on cringe pages as well. I now know that I should have done more research before writing these people off as people we shouldn't necessarily just bully because of the way that they look. Donovan is a bit of an honorable mention. He thinks he's got Riz like Dylan, okay?
This is my Merithian Master Blade. I actually forged it out of the Merithian candle. Quite a rare specimen, if you ask me.
He cosplays cringe characters like some other people on TikTok. And he's also just kind of cringe in general. But mainly, Donovan is a diehard fan of the Dream SMP. So much so that he's made his own live-action fan film and fan fiction fucking cringe skits about it. I don't really understand Minecraft anymore, and the SMP stuff, I don't get stands. I don't understand any of that. I'm a fucking 45-year-old man. Literally, this guy, it didn't exactly go very well, okay? He has a love for Minecraft, and he has a lot of commonalities with the Minecraft community, more specifically the YouTuber community, and by that I mean he likes behaving inappropriately with underage viewers. Shocking! Yeah! And also, he is very based and hates the LGBTQ community, based in a bad way.
I don't care about the LGBTQ community. People are allowed to date whoever they want, whatever gender they want, however they want. I'm just letting bygones be bygones. But still, stop putting that on my mentions.
Okay, so this all stemmed from him being added a lot in gay things that apparently he's already seen. He doesn't like the LGBTQ community. By based, I meant bad based, just in case that wasn't clear enough for you guys. He seems like he doesn't really like being tagged in gay stuff though, so it'd be a shame if people kept on tagging him in gay stuff. Also, never tag me in anything gay, ever. He eventually did a live action roleplay with a character named Phoenix Dream, who was played by a girl who ended up being 14 years old. He asked Phoenix out on a date during some of their lines and weird stuff. I mean, this is just so hard to stick with to me.
Go on a date with me, and I'll spare everyone. Even the ones I haven't killed. Deal?
It's weird. So he's asking a 14-year-old girl to go out on a date, and this all came out, and he was embarrassed. He released an apology video, and in my opinion, it's a pretty good apology. He seems like he genuinely made a mistake.
Hello, everyone. My name is Donovan Mayo, aka Donovan Mayo 46. I'm widely known on TikTok as a cosplayer and roleplayer, but behind the scenes, I was roleplaying with minors but didn't know at the time. I didn't care to ask their age.
There is one part that's a little bit damning in the video where he's like, is this a secret between us? And then he said, maybe people think I'm too... So it's bad, it's weird, it's definitely really bad and weird, but, you know, very Discord moderator said to kitten type thing. He apologizes, it's based, and then he also does the thug shaker. Yeah. Don't let it happen again. And by the way, I genuinely believe that this is the best apology out of any of the creeps and weirdos and people who are just sort of downtrodden on TikTok. This is the best one, in my opinion. Very interesting events. In fact, I take back what I just said, because since that first apology, there was another apology about him sending sex to minors. He said he was just acting in the exchanges and he was practicing for when he decides to get a lover. Then he says, I'm lonely and woe is me, I'm a victim, which is not cool when you're messaging minors, so... Ah, crap! Turns out I was wrong! Shit! I shouldn't have been so trusting.